Hey guys, here with a new hero on Korean Lost Saga. This is hero 143, Nezha. It's a Chinese mythological character. It's what it's based off of. You may have seen it in the Smite or in a Monkey King story. So let's check her out here. She is a normal hero, and you can buy her with GP and peso as a result. So 4 hit basics, 2, 3, 4. Third and fourth hits will do nice little knockbacks. Third hit's like a mini half-faint flincher, and the fourth hit's a nice little projectile that does a slide back. Good range on this projectile as well, so you can potentially edge someone at a pretty good distance if they're by a ledge, so that works out pretty nicely. If you got someone in airborne status, you can go 1, 2, 3. The third hit will do a nice little extra pop-up compared to the other attacks, so you don't have to do the fourth hit, but you can do the fourth hit for a little knockback, but you're not going to get as much off of that as doing the third hit, in my opinion. Oh, what's this? You have a 100-meter passive on Nezha. It is utilized by both your hold D and your hold D, or hold jump. If you use your hold D, it'll use 10 meter of your passive. You'll rush forward and stab someone up to 3 times with your D presses. The third hit will do a stun, a little mini stun. If you end the attack early, it'll still automatically jump cancel no matter what. It depends, it's just every attack you do on the hold D, it'll jump cancel. The reason for this is off the stun, you can do your jump attack slam down, and that is guaranteed if you connect it with the third attack. So it works out very nicely. I'm not sure if you can block both parts of the jumper. Like the first part of the jumper is basically just a half flincher. So I'm not sure if that guarantees the second attack or not, but either way, if you skip over the first part, you still get the slam down. It still stuns long enough for the slam down, so it is guaranteed either way. This will also reset airborne status as well to 3, so you can do it off your third hit of your basic on an airborne person, and that'll be a very nice setup there. You still do maintain the air decay, however, so it will not reset their air height status. So you can't do a easy, long duration infinite, but you know, maybe you can. I don't know. It takes practice either way. Your whole jump passive, you'll kind of flinch someone at first, and then you'll float around them like this. If you press your D after this, it'll use 15 meter of your passive, and you'll pull someone in gradually. And it's very interesting, this mechanic here, this passive mechanic. If you have it on if you like mark someone and they rush towards you, you'll still maintain that area even though they're chasing you. So you can keep them in a certain direction and kind of pull them off with your passive, but make sure you let the passive go and don't keep them marked, because it will drag you down with them if you do that. So you gotta be careful about that. Make sure you release your passive with jump, so be careful about that. If you don't have anyone in range, you'll just float around like a VMAC kind of, but once you get someone in range, it'll automatically kind of have faint flinch and mark them and float around them, so it's kind of interesting. If you have someone airborne when you attempt this, you'll tie them up. It works very interesting. It only lasts a little duration. I believe you can extend the duration if you continuously mark them, so you can keep them airborne a little bit, and this does do damage. So even though you're wasting your passive rapidly, you're keeping someone tied up and tied down, giving your teammates an opportunity to set up some nice stuff on them, and you can juggle them with that as well. We'll get to that in just a little bit. So yeah, that's a very interesting passive mechanic there. It takes some getting used to off the jump key, however. So onto the dash attack, simple 2-hit dasher. First hit's just a flincher, second hit's a nice launcher. And second hit is what you want to do off all your feint statuses, if you get any feint statuses. Like if you use your trinket and get that feint status, no other attack but your passive, or but your dash attack will pretty much launch off that, so you got to really kind of work with that a lot better than most of your setups. So you can see it knocks everything out, pretty much knocks down except for that second hit of the dasher. You can also use your hold D out of your dasher as well. It's the same effect as using the hold D standing, so it's the same thing. Jump attacks. So your jump attacks, it's a simple 2-hitter. The second hit slams down. You can aim these in the air. It's got pretty good hitbox on them as well, so good to set up some easy juggle attempts. Kind of a little bit of a landing delay, so you got to be kind of close to the ground in order to get a reliable juggle follow-up. But if you can land that, that's pretty darn decent. And again, you can loop these kind of if you keep it going with your passive on the ground, so it turns into a pretty darn decent combo if you can you know, keep them looped off the dasher. It really works out beautifully. You also can use your passive jump mechanic hold passive, hold jump. I keep forgetting what to say for that. Hold jump. You can use that in the air as well. And you can use that to do a long combo in the air. So let me show you what I mean by that. Let's say you get a jumper, mark them, use your hold D, one, just keep resetting it, and just, you know, avoid using the hold D until you got them near the ground. And you can do that over and over. Let's try to get the full brunt of the passive doing that. Let's try that. So dasher into the passive, rush forward, hold passive again, rush forward, one, hold passive again, rush forward. This will be an ender here since we're out of passive. So you can see it did pretty darn decent damage just for using up the passive on a simple combo. Very good stuff there. And you can do a lot more off that. There's tons of variations behind her combos. Very good stuff. So let's go down here and check out our defensive capabilities with our robot buddies. So only thing you pretty much have on Nezha is using your counterattack. It's a 2-hitter. You don't have to let both hits come out. It's 2 D presses to let them come out. If you only do the first part, it's a very simple half-feint flincher. But if you do the second, it's a nice kind of feint status. So if you get that feint status off again, you know, once again, make sure you try to get that launcher off that. I can't really test if it's a legitimate second hit on the counterattack that does a feint on its own. Probably does. So check out the skills now. Weapon skill. You summon this little flame aura, launches someone up into the air, and does drop damage. Very simple and straightforward. Nice AoE effect behind this. It does lift off ground as well. So very nice thing here. Very nice thing. Get a few hits in as well in the beginning, so you potentially gear strip someone as well. Pretty simple and straightforward. Armor skill. Rush around like Monkey King, just like Monkey King. Only thing is you're not just like simply knocking someone up. You're putting like that, what is it, chemical fire armor status effects on someone where someone's burning and panicking. You can potentially edge a lot of people on a kind of edgy kind of map with that skill. So it has its uses. It's pretty darn decent, pretty darn quick. Helmet skill. This is an interesting beast here. When you trigger it, you do like a point blank AoE flame status on someone. It does hit grounded as well, so you can potentially edge on someone. But the main thing is you get a nice little buff off this. You can see I'm glowing, flaming. So if you hit someone while you're in this mode, you'll put flame status on them. So you see my dash attack put flame status on him. So it works out pretty darn decently to get someone status affected with this helmet. That could be very useful for a lot of different characters. I'm sure it adds some more benefits as well. Probably adds a little bit more damage if I would have to say, but I can't guarantee that. I can't confirm that. I'm not going to take the time to confirm that. I'm tired, guys. I've been sick and tired. So trinket skill. Trinket skill, pull someone in. At the end of the effect, they will get feinted. So very simple and straightforward here. It works at a pretty decent range and pulls them in, similar to, like, you know, Ninja Scarf. It does work pretty well on a crowd as well, so you can hit multiple people with it. So pretty decent. You won't get that feint status on the default robots. So very good stuff on Nezha here, guys. You know, a lot of great combo potential behind her attacks. You got a lot of different ways to set up combos. Mostly you want someone in the air before you start doing these combos, however. And it's not very hard to get that going, quite frankly, when you got that really nice jump attack starter there. It's very good to get some easy combos going. And you have a lot of trickery as well when you know, do this little dragon passive. Or you can just, you know, pull yourself in if they think they're just chasing you for no reason. You're staying hooked on them. You're homing in on them. You're pulling them in with this little passive, potentially edging them, you know, getting them into a position you want them in, potentially helping your teammates to edge someone. Very cool stuff with that passive. Very strategic. It takes a lot of effort to really learn how to use that properly without, you know, completely wasting your meter. And you got, you know, other decent things like your basics are pretty good. You know, that projectile there is actually really awesome. You can edge people like all day on a small map with this guy, this girl, I mean. It's very cool. And skills aren't too bad either. I would say the helmet's kind of an interesting one, adding flame attack or flame stats to your attacks. So yeah, that'll about do it tonight, guys. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video here. It's a pleasure making it again. Sorry I've been a little bit inactive. Again, I've been sick. I don't know if you heard me in the last video. I'm kind of getting over it at least now. a lot happier now. So thank you guys again for watching. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this, and I look forward to seeing you next time. Thanks, guys.